I'm calling this stream One Helltide Challenge. It's an idea that I thought of to challenge myself to learn to level faster. And I wanted to do this to help me get max level quickly in Season 10. But I'm kind of thinking that this could be an idea that other people could play as well. So the basic premise of it is you create a fresh character and you go into Helltide when it spawns, and you try not to leave Helltide and just level as fast as you can, and get to the highest level possible in a single Helltide. Now, I don't have detailed rules worked out for this yet. If there seems to be interest, I will put up a site where people can participate. But for now, I'm just goofing around trying this out. So my Helltide will start in about 5 minutes. So the idea is you get your character, you prep it up with your skill points that you get, and you could do prep, get your pet, and then I'm allowing myself to stock some gems and potions. Like I said, I haven't worked out what makes sense for actual rules to this yet, because the idea just came to me earlier today when I was watching a ridiculous amount of Diablo 2 speedrun videos. But I thought, we could do something like this in Diablo 4, and it occurred to me that speedrunning, both watching it and even better participating in it, really teaches you a lot of things about the game. It teaches you to understand the stats and what they actually mean for your character. It teaches you to learn synergy between skills, because you're having to make decisions on the fly very quickly. And over time, at first that might be overwhelming. Like, people might get frustrated, but over time, I think that it can really help you develop a valuable set of skills for the game. So I think it'll be interesting. It'll help you break the habit of spending too much time in town looking at your stuff. Over time, you'll get better at being able to look at an item and deciding whether you want to keep it or throw it on the ground. I have spent a lot of time sitting around in town staring at low-level items, really knowing that it made very little difference, honestly, which one I used. But it's I think it could be interesting. I know for sure that running One Helltide over and over on a fresh character is going to make you better at leveling in Diablo 4. There's no doubt about that. What actual skills you develop, well, it kind of depends on your play and how committed you are to it. If you do a lot of setting up twink items and running a set build and things like that, you might not learn as much. But all right, so I'm gonna spec my skills. I got 2 minutes left. So this is something that I've learned. I used to put just a couple points in here and try to get as far up the tree as I could when I started. But I think that was actually hurting me. I think I was actually leveling slower because of doing that. So I am now starting, when I do these, I'm starting my basic skill, making it strong, and making sure that I'm using it in a way that can recover mana to be able to cast higher skill. Obviously this is for Sork, but I think I probably should go somewhere where I can actually see that there's a Helltide. All right, it starts in 1 minute. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Starting in 1 minute, a Helltide will pop, and I will run for 55 minutes and try to level up this sorceress as far as I can. I'm going to try to visit town as little as possible. I'm not going to do any kind of twinking stuff where I have a ton of set gear already ready to go. I'm just going to work with what I get, build my skills on the fly. I don't have a build for this. I'm creating it as I go. Um, and yeah, so it should, the idea is that it will be entertaining, educational, and skill building. To some extent watching it, but if people see this and they're interested and want to participate, I think that will be even better. Um, all right, and we're off on the hour. Oh. And one level. Level 2. And we got a rune already. How awesome is that? The other thing about this is, if people really want to just find an active maiden and sit there and run that for the whole hour, I mean, that's fine, whatever, but you're not really gonna get better at the game doing that. So, I mean, anybody could stumble into a power level group at Blood Maiden and get to level 30 or more in a single Helltide, but that's not the point of this. The point of it is to really learn your class, learn the stats that matter, learn the skills that matter, and learn how to make decisions quickly about gear, skills, etc. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Level 5. We are humming right along. I have not spent any of those points. I probably should spend some of those points. Oh, I have to fix my bar too. Good lord. No wonder it's not going as fast as I wanted. Alright, this is how I like to run this setup. Got Hydra on right mouse. Firebolt on left mouse. And I've got my defensive skills, my teleport, and my fireball for heavy mobs. Ones that don't die quickly from Hydra fireball combo. Well, the mob density seems pretty light in this Helltide, huh? Level 6. Level 7. Should have grabbed this one first. The way I like to play this build is lead way out in front, like at the edge of the screen with Hydra. Because when they start shooting, you know where there's more mobs. And then once Hydra engages, I'll try to hit them with firebolts, spam firebolts. If there's a tight pack or an elite, I'll throw a couple of fireballs. But it can be a very effective combo. Oh, thanks, Clarify. Centrify, sorry. Mintify, sorry. Yeah, by all means, please do. I would love it. Part of what I'm doing this is to share what I know and share what I'm learning as I learn it with the community. So. Alright, our bag's probably getting pretty damn full. Alright, yellow stuff. Second, caca. We got a staff, I'm not doing that. Stay with intelligence. Alright, we got some better pants. Tunics, crap. Oh, did I just throw away a bunch of helms that I could have used? Whoops! Whoopsie doozy. I don't have a helm. Alright, and I'm leaving Helltide. See, the first thing I do sometimes is my gameplay is impressive, so I start acting like a total noob. Alright. Alright, potion time. XP gets faster now. Alright, it's time to start focusing on some chests. We get to 15 to unlock that enchantment so we can throw a fireball on and really make the XP dial spin. Alright. Oh, perfect timing on powering up that fireball. We need it for this guy. No, because we have 20 intelligence there. Find any rings? We want that. Oh, there we go. That will take. Losing a lot of time here, messing around with this. Got our cinders that we need for the chest. I'm in a hurry to get to that next chest, but that was too much mob density to pass up. That's a lot of XP nicely bundled. Oh, second ring, nice. And I'm going with pretty much all skulls in the jewelry because my int stacking is going to basically help me take care of the resists. So the main thing, I'm more worried about armor. What is that? It's this guy? I guess it's something for the quest. Didn't have any quests on this character. I just started a fresh character. Alright, how are we doing? We are 25 minutes in and we're level 12. Oh, we're nowhere near the... Oh dear. Let's see if we can fix that. Alright, 13. Getting closer to that fireball enchant. So I guess not totally true that I didn't see anything for D4 speedrunning. The only thing I really found was like a campaign playthrough, a site that had speedruns for campaign playthrough, and I don't know, I guess that's cool, but it seems like you're spending a lot of time dealing with cutscenes and stuff like that. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Is that interesting to you? Of course, now that we finally have enough, we're way far away from it. Losing time. Losing time. Oh no, not what you want to see in a speed run. Those things take too long for the XP, for the reward. It's just too much time burned. We have another speed run, puzzle speed run. See how many puzzles you can solve in an hour or something. Alright. I am gonna port up here and go to the other side. God, I hate those wind walls. So aggravating. Just die already, monster. Not even a breeze can save you from me. Swamp or cliff? Swamp or cliff? Swamp or cliff? Cliff. Oh, come on. Alright, there is 14. It's opening, can check out our gear. Yep, that staff is probably better. We got some yellow gloves too. Those are definitely better. Only one more max life, and I've already burned a lot of my topaz. I'm not planning on going back to town anytime soon, so... Oops. Nope. That's the one we just replaced. Yeah. Alright. Getting some resistance here. I think it's going to be time to spend those extra skill points here in this soon. I try to only do it every few levels when possible, just because more times I have to open that screen to pick skills, more time I'm not killing monsters. I do it quite a lot right at the very beginning, like almost every time I get a skill point if I can, just because I'm wanting to unlock more skills, but once you get to this point, it's meh. All right. So where are we at with this stuff? We don't have anything over here yet, so we'll get inner flames and we'll go ahead and fill out Devour and Blaze for now. Oh, and I hit 15. Awesome. Time for Fireball. And let's plan a route for chests. All right. We've got about 25 minutes left. I think we'll start with this guy. Work our way across. Or it's not up. I know the map is telling me to go the opposite direction, but there's nothing to kill over there. I already killed everything there, so I'm going this way. Or I'm trying to go this way. Yellow boots. I think I already have legendary boots, don't I? Or is that a no? That was from a different run. All right. Oh yeah, that's an upgrade. And we got an amulet. All right, gear in every slot now. It only took us to level 16 to do it. Seems kind of slow. Whose amulets is it 15 or 10? Can't remember now. What level they start dropping for you. Oh, that is a Hellborn. We don't want to toe to toe with that guy. You big sissy standing in your wind wall. Get over here and fight. Alright, now we'll listen to the map. Mostly. I have any keys. That's a bummer. Oh, I guess I do. Alright. 10:32. About 23 minutes left. 17 now. I think, pretty sure we can make 20. I don't know how much beyond that we'll get. It does slow down a bit as you get up in levels. Yeah, maybe we can go more than 20. Maybe we go 25. Maybe the goal that I've set for myself for right now with this Helltide challenge, One Helltide challenge, is to try to be able to get from 1 to 30 in a single Helltide, starting from a fresh character. Because if I can do that, then I'm at least on the path. My ultimate goal, well, my initial goal is a 3-hour 1 to 60 on a fresh character, although I suspect it'll be able to be done much faster. But longest I've ever done it was about 4.5 hours. I wasn't really focused on trying to go as fast as I could, though. Potion's getting low. I'm going to go ahead and repop while I'm thinking about it, so I don't end up running out. I'm not noticing it, which I do all the time. That's the thing, I think when you're normally playing, of course you want to level fast, but, you know, there's a saying, you can't improve what you don't measure. So I've never really cared that much about, you know, leveling as fast as I possibly could. I've always just kind of course I want to get to max level soon, but I haven't like made that a priority. But I recently started streaming, and with season 10 coming up soon, I would like very much to be one of the first ones to be able to show people tier 4 in season 10. So this is my personal reason for wanting to level fast. I really enjoyed the PTR. Kind of bummed that it's over. I was enjoying making strange builds with chaos uniques and chaos perks. Things that in season 9 or frankly any season before it just wouldn't really work. With the exception of FO Hydra. That worked when Winterglass was OP, but now ever since they tuned that down, it's not worked that well. But I did I'm excited because I did manage to get a pretty solid FO Hydra going with chaos uniques. running fractured winter glass and Ophidian. It's not the meta Hydra. It's different. It is an FO Hydra, so I'm not using ball lightning or ice shards or any of the stuff that those builds are using. And it, also, to be clear, it's really not a pit pushing build unless it gets some love between PTR and live. I was able to do tier 100 on a less than optimal build. You know, I didn't have all the GAs where I wanted them, and I didn't have all the master working where I wanted it landed. But I was able to complete a tier 100 in about 14 minutes. So, you know, it's not a 100 speedrunner or a pit pusher, but it absolutely decimates general content and T4, and it can do 100. So, yeah, there's an opportunity to level glyphs pretty well. And that's kind of my benchmark. I know a lot of different people have different ideas about what makes a build viable. To me, I kind of feel like if the glyphs level to 100 and you need to be doing at least the level that you're trying to get a 100% chance. Actually, I don't even think you can. I think it's like 90%. But I just feel like with glyphs leveling to 100, I feel like you want to be able to do pit 100. So that's how I define it for me. When I make a build, that's my criteria for considering whether I feel like I was successful at getting it to work well or not. Can it do 100 before the clock runs out? Had a lot of builds over the last few seasons. Well, I didn't play Season 8 very much, but I've had a lot of builds where I could get to tier 100 and I could finish it, but it was like a 25-minute run. Because I got through the pit in like 12, 13 minutes, but then it took me half an hour to kill the boss. No, well, not half an hour, but a long time to kill the boss. But, you know, they were survivable enough that I wasn't dying. Oh, goblin. Oh, and that sucker get away. Rune. Is that 2 rooms? That was 2 rooms. I wonder if we can make a rune word now. What if we got a top and bottom room? We do. Moni, so 2 mobility skills, so that's teleport twice. And what are we gonna get? I think teleport twice and summon wolves. What do you guys think? That is a better staff, and to put this, well, I kind of want the, is this better? Is this an upgrade? Yes, this is an upgrade. Oh, I didn't do it before because I didn't want to reassign those. All right, so we're going to put the rune word on pants. We're going to put vulnerable damage here. Oh man, that only summons 1 wolf. Ah! I don't know how effective that's going to be. I might be better off with a 20 int. Not the most ideal combination of rune words, but you know, we're doing a One Helltide run. You're not going to get a million runes to make the one you want. Of course, I do have a chest full of runes that I could have pre-planned and set them out, but that's kind of contrary to the spirit of what we're trying to do here. Trying to learn better leveling habits so we can level faster. Alright, level 20. Alright, we have wiped out this part of the map for chests. I guess we're going back down to the bottom part.
Time to go, it seems.
We got a little over 10 minutes left. Oh, we got a dungeon in this zone. What do you guys think? Is that cheating if we stop and do a dungeon? That's one of the things I'm trying to wrestle with. There's so many things that you could do to help you level faster by leaving the Helltide, but I'm not sure if we want to just make it level as fast as you can. I kind of like the theme of One Helltide, you know? It gives you a defined area and a clock. Kind of sets up a nice framework for a consistent challenge. I could have sworn I saw a chest over here. Am I imagining things? No, it's not there now. Alright, we're going over there. I'm gonna have to watch the video again now to see if I swear there was something. Maybe I want to go back 10 seconds and see if there was a chest there. I'm curious. What the hell? Did I go the completely wrong way? Oop. No, so only one direction works. It's because of this. I've got the thing that's supposed to change the wheel. I've got bound to move forward and pick, or move to the target and pick up stuff. Alright, I believe that is the last chest we got here. I might go get that chest and then maiden out. Seems kind of crazy to me that you can. I mean, that's getting all the chests in 2 zones has typically been a fairly high achievement in season journey or collection, whatever they're calling it now. I'm surprised you can do it this easily with starting from the level 1 character. You can actually run the entire. I am in normal, of course.
You saved my life.
Suppose I could switch. Oh, I have a lot of skill points racked up. I better spend those. Alright, so we maxed out on Dev Blaze. Let's get some more Inner Flames. Let's get some Fiery Surge. Let's get some Endless Pyre. Let's get some Soulfire. And let's get some Primordial Binding. Now we're down to 5 minutes, so just barely into 121. I'm thinking 122 is probably where we're going to cap out, or level 22 is probably where we're going to cap out on this run. Maybe 23? I don't know. I don't think so. 22 and a half? Alright. I'm gonna just burn the last 5 minutes doing Maiden. See if we can't get higher than 22. Should be able to do 2, maybe 3. I don't know exactly how long we'll off. I think it's like 2 minutes, so probably only gonna get to do 2. But yeah, when the Helltide goes down, it's over. So even if Maiden is still up, if we're doing it at the last second, we're gonna have to stop. Well, we don't have to stop, but you know, we don't count any leveling that happens after that. Ooh, not quite as strong against her as I expected to be. That would be stronger against you. I guess we probably didn't upgrade enough gear. Nerfed ourselves by leveling without upgrading gear because of the monster scaling. Because I can stomp her easier than this at level 1. Oh, and I died. Alright, I'm going to consider that an end of the run, even though there's 2 minutes left. I am actually thinking about making this a Helltide challenge, just because it makes it more challenging, right? You got to be careful what you risk doing for the XP if you die and the character is gone. So that's going to wrap it up. I'm just going to pour it out of here and see where we got. We're just barely over 22. So we just hit 22 before dying. So since I just invented the One Helltide challenge as far as I know, and I think I'm the only one that ran it, the current world record is level 22. See if you can break it. Let me know. You can find links to my Discord on all my video channels. So if you run one and you get better than 22, try to record it. Ping me on Discord. If I end up setting up a site, I will include your run, give you credit. I'm actually thinking, so I just recently launched a website called arpg.life, and I'm actually thinking of making a site for that One Helltide challenge. Just do onehelltide.arpg.life. But anyway, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching this. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you got some laughs. If you found value in it, like, follow, subscribe, comment. If you do, like I said, if you do decide that you're interested in trying to do this, and you record it, ping me in my Discord, and I will get you added to the leaderboard. Right now will probably be a bullet point list since I didn't actually build a real website, but if I get interest, if like say more than 5 people respond and want to run this and get their run on the board, then I will make a separate subdomain and its own website for the One Helltide challenge. So, and I'm gonna end it for now. I think I'm gonna come back on shortly, but I do need to take a little bit of a break. So I will see you guys in another session.